Court is back in session for 3 cases. First case is cause number 331-414. Second case is cause number 331-416. And the third case is cause number 331-468. All 3 cases are styled the state of Texas versus Desmond Baltazar. Mr. Baltazar, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Baltazar, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Baltazar, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Baltazar, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Baltazar?
All right, and you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Baltazar, I have before me an information in cause number 331-414 that alleges that on or about November 10th of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Mr. Baltazar, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Baltazar, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I plead guilty to it.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
I'm pleading guilty to it freely.
Okay,
Because
Mr. Baltazar, just listen to my question. Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? Is anybody forcing you to plead guilty? Is anybody forcing you to plead guilty, or are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
I'm pleading guilty on my own free will because.
Hey, Mr. Baltazar, I don't need to go. You don't have to go explain anything to me. This is a yes or no question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, if you need to talk to your attorney, I'll give you an opportunity to talk to your attorney to discuss any matters that you need to discuss with him outside of the privacy, outside of the hearing of the court. You want to talk to your attorney first, or do you want to proceed?
I can talk to I can go on with it.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Okay, now, Mr. Baltazar, now, are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yeah, I am guilty because.
Okay, Mr. Baltazar, and y'all have to explain.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Mr. Baltazar, I have before me a document that is titled, I have another document before me that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. On page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials, DB, on a line that's next to a box that is checked guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Did you also sign this document?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, on the next document, this document is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. At the bottom of this document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Did you also sign this document?
Yes, sir.
Now, at the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that are checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Baltazar, did you sign a document out there on paper that is titled Discovery Certification? Did you sign a document on paper?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes,
that
sir.
document is titled Discovery Certification. Now, Mr. Baltazar, before you sign and initialed all of these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. State, I have before me state's exhibit number 1, state you like to offer states one?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objections.
No objection. States exhibit number one will be admitted. Mr. Cole, you've advised and counseled Mr. Baltazar. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Mr. Baltazar, your attorney, Mr. Cole, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Baltazar, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your pleas and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Your Honor, the agreement is for 30 days jail. And in
Okay.
addition, the state will dismiss case numbers 331-416 and 331-468.
Okay.
And,
Now, Mr. Baltazar, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You will be given credit for any time that you have already spent in jail, and any
Yes.
time that you're entitled to get by law. Now, the court cost in this case is $327. Mr. Baltazar, will you be able to pay the $327?
yes, sir.
You will be able to pay it before you get out?
Probably after I get out.
Now, my question is, will you be able to pay it before you get out of jail?
Oh, no, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Baltazar, I have before me a document that is titled Affidavit of Indigence. This is a document that was, it has a date of February 4th of 2022, which was 6 days ago. The judge or the magistrate stated that based on what you put on this document, by you being unemployed, that you didn't have no source of income. I think they said that lived with you. I guess you said you lived with your girl, and you had transportation costs of $250. Apparently, you don't have any income. Is that correct?
Not at the moment, not anymore.
Okay. So this magistrate found that you was indigent. This court will also find that you're still indigent. And based on that finding of indigency, the court cost in this case will be waived. And what that means is, Mr. Baltazar, you will not be required to pay the court cost of $327 because that will be waived, because the court is finding that you are indigent, and pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, the court cost will be waived. Now, Mr. Baltazar, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And also, and I might add, Mr. Baltazar, the state will be dismissing your other two cases, cause number 331-416 and cause number 331-648. Now, Mr. Baltazar, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Baltazar, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Baltazar, this will conclude your cases. Please knock on the door, follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day.
You too, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Blisterfelt? Blisterfelt?
Blisterfelt. Do I take my mask off?
I'm gonna have to go to boost it. Okay. The court is in session in cause number 331, 338. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Amber Lee Ann Blisterfeld. Ms. Blisterfeld, is that your full name?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Blisterfeld,
Sir.
Ms. Blisterfeld, would you please raise your right hand? Okay, Ms. Blisterfeld, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Blisterfeld?
I'm all right. Considering the
That's
circumstances.
Okay, that's good. Now, Ms. Blisterfeld, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information alleges that on or about October 1st of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of resisting arrest, search, transportation. Ms. Blisterfeld, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes.
And to this charge, Ms. Blisterfeld, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? How do you plead? Not guilty, guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Okay, I'm looking at a document here, Ms. Blisterfeld. This document has a box with ALB. Are those your initials?
Yes.
And this document states that it's the box that's checked that states guilty.
Guilty. Yes.
Are you pleading guilty or no contest?
Guilty.
Okay, now, Ms. Blisterfeld, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Ms. Blisterfeld, I'm gonna need her, magistrate's warning or the affidavit. Ms. Blisterfeld, I have before me another document. This document is titled the Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. On page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials, ABL, on the line next to a box that's checked guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Ms. Blisterfeld, did you also sign this document?
Yes.
The next document I have before me is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. At the bottom of this document, above the line that is titled Defendant, there's a signature. Did you also place your signature on this document?
Yes.
And at the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that are checked. The first box that is checked states that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And Ms. Blisterfeld, did you sign a document out there on paper that is titled Discovery Certification?
This one.
Yes. Did you sign that document?
I need a pen to sign it.
Okay.